Picture every human who has ever lived. Billions of people, across hundreds of thousands of years, and almost none of them had soap. No toothbrush, no shower, no deodorant. So, did they all just stink? Was the entire past one giant cloud of body odor? The answer is stranger and more interesting than you'd think. Because staying clean is a problem humans have been quietly solving for a very, very long time. First, let's be honest about the smell. Yes, by your standards, most ancient humans would smell strong. But here's the twist. So would you to them. Body odor is something your nose learns to ignore when everyone around you smells the same way. When every single person carries the same earthy, smoky, human scent, nobody notices it. It's just what people smell like. The idea that humans should smell like flowers and fruit is incredibly new. But didn't mind the smell doesn't mean did nothing. Ancient humans cleaned themselves constantly. They just used what they had. And the number one tool was the most obvious one: water. Rivers, lakes, hot springs, the sea, wherever humans lived, they bathed. Not for fashion, because being filthy itches, attracts bugs, and spreads disease, and your body hates all three. Then they got clever. Long before soap, people scrubbed with sand and ash, which scrape away grime and oil. They rubbed themselves with clay, which pulls dirt and grease right out of skin and hair. The same reason we still use clay masks today. Some cultures scraped sweat and dirt off their skin with a curved tool, then oiled themselves clean. They didn't have a bar of soap, but they understood the job that soap does. And soap itself? It's ancient. Thousands of years ago, people discovered that mixing fat with the ashes of a fire creates a substance that grabs grease and lifts it away. Nobody knew the chemistry. They just noticed that this strange paste made things clean. Humans have been making soap, in some form, for a stunningly long time. Now, the teeth. No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no dentist. Surely their mouths were a disaster. Actually, ancient teeth were often healthier than yours. They chewed on frayed twigs to scrub their teeth, chew sticks used all over the world, and some of the plants they chose were naturally antibacterial. But the real secret was their diet. No sugar. Almost no soft, sticky, processed food. The thing that rots your teeth barely existed. It wasn't the brushing that saved them, it was the lack of candy. Then there's the part nobody likes to think about, the passengers. Lice, fleas, mites. For most of human history, sharing your body with tiny creatures was completely normal. So humans did what our closest relatives still do. They groomed each other, picking through hair, pulling out pests, by hand, every day. And that grooming did something deeper. In primates, it's not just hygiene, it's how you say, "I care about you." It builds trust and bonds the group. Getting cleaned by someone wasn't just comfortable, it was a kind of love. So here's the truth. Ancient humans weren't dirty animals who didn't care. They were resourceful, constantly cleaning with water, sand, clay, ash, twigs, and each other's hands. They smelled like humans, and to each other, that was completely invisible. They just didn't have the one thing we mistake for cleanliness, the smell of perfume covering everything up. So the next time you step into a hot shower with a bottle of soap that smells like a tropical island, enjoy it. It's one of the strangest luxuries in human history. For almost everyone who came before you, clean meant a cold river, a handful of sand, and a friend willing to pick through your hair. If this made you appreciate your shower a little more, there's a whole world of questions like this one. Subscribe, and let's keep figuring out how we got here.